agency operations, and financial controls. The board also acknowledged Friday that previous financial mismanagement amounting to almost $3 million being removed from Section 8 program funds to meet payroll since 2019. This could have bankrupted the organization in 45 days. Hackham oversees over 4,000 affordable housing units for low-income households, elderly residents, and disabled adults. The independent film with a storyline connected to the Green Bay Packers is now open in theaters across the country.
Green and Gold was shot in northern Wisconsin in 2021. The film stars Craig T. Nelson, Brandon Sklenar, and the late M. Emmett Walsh. Director Anders Lindwall with a plea as it hits the big screen this weekend.
That first weekend is so crucial to our success or failure. We're competing against blockbuster, $100 million movies.
Lindwall compares showing up in theaters for the initial screenings to casting a vote.
It's like, what kind of stories do you guys want to listen to and be a part of? And for us, we're calling on the Midwest and be like, show up to the theaters. Help us keep doing more of these.
Jessica Ty, WTMJ News.
Sports, traffic, weather, and next. Outdoor Living Unlimited. News time is 9:03.
Refresh your home today with window images, blinds, and shades from Menards. We have everything you need to update your window treatments. We carry vinyl, aluminum, and faux wood blinds, cellular shades, and more. Plus, get them cut to width in store for free. Get white faux wood blinds starting at just $22.99. Plus, check out our weekly flyer on Menards.com for all the great deals happening now. Sale price is good through February 2nd.
Save big money at Menards.
While you rest on the weekends, we work for you. Wisconsin's Weekend Morning News with Libby Collins. The latest in news.
Those big stores that are in shopping centers have been losing stores, losing customer traffic as people switch to online sources.
Entertainment.
A new movie out that features a chimp in the main role, but it's not Planet of the Apes.
And more.
I said, all right, in 1 year, I'm going to deliver all of you a novel.
Every Sunday morning starting at 8 on WTMJ.
When it comes to simple, affordable home improvements, at Les's Glass, you'll find an array of options. Like for bath remodeling, adding a new glass shower door, embeveling the edges of your mirrors, or simply having us install new mirrors to any living space in your home can add a touch of elegance and depth that can really turn a room's frown upside down. Or maybe you're thinking new cabinet doors. Before you write that check, find out how we can make your ordinary cabinet doors beautiful with a variety of glass insert options that can be easily installed into your existing wood cabinets and make a world of difference. And before you pay for new windows, call us to see if our affordable insulated glass replacement services can't save you a few bucks. This is Stacy Sinks with Les's Glass Service. If it's a new glass shower door, fogged or broken insulated glass replacement, or affordable glass and mirror home decor that you've been looking for, you just can't pass on Les's Glass. Les's Glass Service, serving all of southeastern Wisconsin. Find us at lesglassservice.com.
Time for a WTMJ Sports Update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call, That's All Sports Desk. Milwaukee Bucks lost to the Spurs in San Antonio Friday night, losing 144 to 118. And for National Marquette Day, the Golden Eagles men's basketball team ready to take on UConn tonight at Pfizer Forum. Tip-off is at 7 p.m. Be sure to tune into the game at 94.5 ESPN Radio for the action. In Badgers news, Wisconsin men's basketball heads south to Evanston to take on the Northwestern Wildcats. Tip-off for the game starts at 1 p.m. this afternoon. And Wisconsin's women's basketball team heads to West Lafayette tomorrow to face off against Purdue. Tip-off is at 1 p.m. Badger Sports Updates are sponsored by Sang Unlimited, Siding, and a whole lot more. Take a look at your roads with your WTMJ Johnson Sons Paving Time Saver traffic. We still have that incident closure for I-43-94 North closed from the ramp of Lapham Street to the ramp at 6th and Mineral Street. Cars that are heading north should be advised to get off at Mitchell Street. So just be aware of that. Other than that, roads are looking clear across Milwaukee.
Traffic is sponsored by St. Vincent de Paul Thrift Stores.
St. Vincent de Paul Thrift Stores. Highway 100 and Layton Avenue in Greenfield. 23rd and Lincoln and 76th and Bradley Road in Milwaukee. Great bargains and a great cause. You're gonna love it. St. Vincent de Paul Thrift Stores.
Time for your WTMJ 5-day forecast. Saturday's going to be mostly cloudy, breezy with a high of 33 degrees. Tonight we'll get a light chance of snow and it'll be cloudy and breezy with a high of 30 degrees. Sunday will be, getting some morning snow. It'll be mostly cloudy and a mild afternoon with a high of 46 degrees. Monday's going to be mostly cloudy with some scattered light snow and rainstorms on a high of 37 degrees. Tuesday's going to be mostly cloudy with a high of 28 degrees. And Wednesday, we'll get a chance of some wintry mix again and a high of 34 degrees. Right now in Madison, it's 21 degrees. In Green Bay, it's 17 degrees. In Waukesha, it's 24 degrees. And in Milwaukee, it's 22 degrees. I'm Sean Brinda. Outdoor Living Unlimited. WTMJ News Time is 9:07.
The following program, the Fox World Travel Show, is paid for in full by Fox World Travel. The advice and opinions expressed during the Fox World Travel Show are solely that of the hosts and guests of Fox World Travel and not WTMJ or Good Karma brands. Need a vacation? Whether it's the trip of a lifetime or a weekend getaway, we can help. This is the Fox World Travel Show on WTMJ.
I'm on vacation.
Oh, you bet it is. And I love the fact that I get to do this. This is a special treat for me. I get to talk about politics, but I also love talking about travel. And my pal, Rose Gray, who is one of our spectacular partners, Fox World Travel, of course. This show is sort of the life and blood of the Saturday morning lineup. And how many years you been doing the show?
And we look back, it's just over 13.
Wow.
Yeah. It's hard for me to believe. It really is. But how long have we been downtown? Because we left Capitol Drive about 2 years.
Yeah, 2 years.
Yeah, and that seems like a blink of an eye.
It does. Time goes fast. I'm celebrating my 8th year with WTMJ, I think next week. So, I mean, time does go fast. How you been, Rose?
I'm really good. And I want to give you and Kristen a shout out. I love your podcast. So
you need to listen podcast.
And you do need to listen. And so I listened to the first episode a day or two after it came out, and I listened to the Thursday episode that was just posted this morning, as a matter of fact.
We have a lot of fun talking about a lot of things. It's not just politics, it's culture, and there's going to be some fun stuff. We're doing one on relationships, which should be interesting. We're both married. Just the craziness of relationships now. So that's our next one. It'll be live in a week or so. You can find it wherever you get your podcast. But we want to talk about travel.
We do want to talk about travel. And one thing we do want to mention is that Steve Scaffidi has an amazing trip that's happening this year, 2025. And I just kind of gave him a list of the participants, and we really only have about 6 spots left.
I see that.
And I just see that somebody just signed up this past week. And so what I'm saying to you is, if you think, we've got time, I don't think you do.
You'll never forget this trip. I've gone on a bunch of listener trips, and they're all unique, and we still gather with some of those friends we've made on those trips. I don't do it like some people do, where I show up for like 15 minutes and I may say hi to you. I'm all in.
I can attest to that.
I'm not going to read you a bedtime story, but I'm going to be around a lot. We're going to answer all the questions you want to answer. We're going to have fun. We're going to do stuff together. We're going to eat together. Certainly, I'm enmeshed in the trip, and that's my experience, and that's why I love doing these trips with Fox World Travel.
Oh, well, that is so sweet to say. And, I understand that some people think group travel is not for them, but I think you would agree with something I've been saying about group travel since I've been in this business, is that within the structure lies the freedom. We have created an outline for you. We have made the components of the trip, that being flights if you want them, transportation to O'Hare if you need it. But we've also included some spectacular hotels, some great activities. We work with reputable tour operators. We've been in the business since 1960, and a couple of the tour operators that we work with have been in the business longer than we have. And so that's the kind of relationship we have with our vendors, and that's the kind of relationship we want our customers to have with us.
I've gone on Fox World Travel trips, and I'll tell you that they're the best in the business. They're so good at what they do. They really deliver, even if there's a minor blip in the plan.
And blips we've had.
Oh, we certainly had one on our Tuscany trip.
Yeah.
And the cool thing about it, and this is why I can say this with confidence, as weird as that trip started, no one talked about it once we started getting into the trip, and certainly no one mentioned it ever again after the trip.
Exactly. And you thought that would be a monumental blip.
Yeah, our flight got canceled.
Yeah. So we spent a night in Chicago.
Yeah,
and
40-some people.
And had a fine time spending the night in Chicago. It's not what we anticipated, but it's what we deal with. And I always say this, too. If you are a traveler, and why wouldn't you be if you're listening to this show probably, We are pawns in the airline's giant game of travel. And so they can move us around however they want. And being snarky and sassy isn't going to get you anywhere, right?
No. So if folks want to find out about my trip, and then we're going to move on to a lot of other things, how can they?
So what you want to do is go to foxworldtravel.com. To the left of the logo, there is what they call the hamburger, the 3-stack menu. And when you click on that, you will find vacation travel. Again, we also do business travel, and we do meetings and incentives at Fox World Travel, but I get to talk about the sexy side of the business, which is vacation travel. Under that, you will find group travel. There you will find Fox Group Vacations. And why I point that out is because Steve's trip is there, but all of our group trips are there. And once you click into them, you will get a amount of information that is astonishing and helpful.
We would welcome your questions and comments. I'm going to get to a text here in a second. Signing Unlimited WTMJ Talking Text Line wide open, 855-616-1620. From the 262, we are fortunate to be able to spend 3 full days in Berlin, Germany in April. Very cool. With a side trip to Hamburg, just there this last year. Would love to hear any suggestions on what to see. Love the travel show. And thanks for sharing your thoughts. Rose.
Okay, so I was actually just in Berlin this past year with our World War 2.2 trip. And one thing I will absolutely tell you is that the Berlin Wall will absolutely be something you will not forget. The people from that city and the people of Germany have embraced what could have been a really horrible part of their what is a horrible part of their history. And they want to show the world. Now, on that trip, we also had somebody that wanted to see Hitler's bunker in the worst way. We went to see it. I don't exactly recommend it. It's a parking lot. A parking lot. Steve's nodding because he's seen it too. A parking lot with a sign that says this is where Hitler's bunker
Everyone has
was.
these things they want to see, but make sure you've vetted that with people that are actually travel professionals because they've had the experience.
Right.
They will tell you if that excursion is worth it.
Right, exactly. So the Brandenburg Gate, of course, is part of that whole thing. And there is a Holocaust memorial that you've also probably seen with the crazy structures in front representing each one of the thousands of Holocaust victims. And so what I might suggest is get a day trip. Get somebody to come and give you a private day tour, and Fox World Travel can actually help you with that.
All right, Rose Gray is going to stick around for the next 45 minutes. I'm here too, a special bonus edition of the Fox World Travel Show, and I'm enjoyed, just happy as heck to be here. We're going to talk about it's cold here.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a warmer winter, but we want to talk about warm weather, like the cool stuff, the cruises and all the warm places. We're going to do that along with your questions. I see them coming in the text line, 855-616-1620. Our first break, Rose Gray, Steve Scaffidi, Fox World Travel, 620 WTMJ.
Are you ready to embark on a voyage like no other? At Fox World Travel, our specialty cruise desk creates unforgettable cruise experiences just for you. Explore the serene Mediterranean, the exotic Caribbean, or the breathtaking beauty of Alaska. We partner with top cruise lines including Celebrity, Holland America, Royal Caribbean, and Viking. Enjoy personalized itineraries, exclusive deals, and expert guidance. From booking to boarding, we manage all the details for a stress-free experience. Call 866-GO-FOX-GO, press 2, and mention code RADIO to start planning.
With the help of Less's Glass, you can have the shower you've always wanted. Heavy glass shower enclosures from Less's Glass are installed by the best in the business. And when you have a showroom to visit with over a dozen glass shower enclosures on display, there's no guessing games. See the ultimate in frameless shower design with doors mounted on smooth as silk, stainless steel barn-style rollers. This design combines the beauty and elegance of heavy glass with a minimalist look to create an ideal shower enclosure for tight spaces. Premium shower doors and custom-designed all-glass enclosures. When you work with Less's Glass, you're working with a company that really can do it all. This is Stacy Sinks with Less's Glass Service. If it's a new glass shower door, fogged or broken insulated glass replacement, or affordable glass and mirror home decor that you've been looking for, you just can't pass on Less's Glass. Less's Glass Service, serving all of southeastern Wisconsin. Find us at lessglassservice.com.
Winning in the NFL comes down to the basics, blocking and tackling. In retirement, protection and income are the keys to success. Simply put, if you're nearing or in retirement, you can't afford a stock market crash. Hi, I'm Mitch Lyons. Having played on winning teams with the Steelers and Falcons, studying game film was a key to success. Now I'm a best-selling author and star in a new groundbreaking documentary film called The Retirement Deception. It unveils how the Wall Street machine has been deceiving us for decades and proves you don't need to risk your nest egg in the market to have the retirement you deserve. This film shows you exactly how to protect your retirement from stock market drops and produce more income than you thought possible. I want you to watch this film for free. Call today for your free copy of The Retirement Deception. I think you would agree 30 to 40 years of saving for retirement is at least worth a phone call to watch this film and see how you can improve your retirement. Call today to speak with an all-pro retirement specialist to get your free copy of The Retirement Deception. Call 844-763-2837. That's 844-763-2837. MitchLyonsWealth.com. Your best game plan to protect, grow, and win retirement.
Hey Bucks fans, it's Justin Garcia from the Bucks Radio Network, here to tell you about the launch of the Bucks Central podcast feed. Everything Bucks, on demand, in one spot. From sideline to sideline, hear all the ankle-breaking, rim-rattling, and twine-tingling highlights, exclusive interviews, and more. Subscribe to the Bucks Central podcast feed wherever you get your podcasts. All the Bucks content your heart desires in one spot. Check out the Bucks Central podcast feed.
Planning a vacation? We've got you covered. You're listening to the Fox World Travel Show with Rose Gray on WTMJ.
Oh, and I get to join her, Steve Scaffidi from the Political Power Hour. We're not here to talk about politics at all. But
I saw that during Abby Window, you got some politics in there.
Who
but
knew
she brought it up.
Abby is like, I was amazed, not surprised, but amazed by her depth of knowledge about all things. And she was into the tariffs, which actually impacts the people that are buying windows and all that stuff.
Precisely.
So it's cold here right now,
Yes,
Rose.
yes.
I know you know that. You have a vest on. I have got a vest on. But let's talk warm weather stuff.
Yeah. So here, first of all, I was remiss in not saying text F as in Fox, W as in World, T as in Travel to 855-616-1620, and you will be taken to a page that has the deals, the warm weather deals. Now, there are still some deals for flexible people, and I'm not referring to your body flexibility. I'm talking about your calendar's
Is it a yoga
flexibility.
trip?
Exactly. I'm talking about your calendar's flexibility. Tuesdays and Wednesdays to Cancun have lots and lots of space left available.
Really?
Because people want to go on the weekends. You know, they don't.
I've never been to Cancun.
You've told me that. We've had this conversation because you love Vegas. I love Mexico. You think you won't like Mexico. I hate Vegas.
I've been to Mexico, but I haven't been in a long time. But I have softened on my take on that.
Okay, because one day there may be a listener trip to the Riviera Maya with Steve Scaffidi.
And we'll even record some live broadcast stuff.
Exactly. Hey, that, you know what? Some years back, we did a Saturday morning lineup with Mr. Fix-It, Dave Spano.
That's wild.
And yeah, exactly.
That would be wild to do. All right. So we got the questions coming in on our text line, which is 855-616-1620. Going for the first time to the U.S. Virgin Islands in mid-May this year, staying on St. John's National Park Island. That sounds cool. Can you give any suggestions for do not miss things to do our restaurants? Also, if there's something on St. Thomas, also been there, it's beautiful, you would recommend to see since we fly into there?
Okay, so this is an interesting question in that some people may not even understand what St. John is. So St. John is a little island that's off the coast of St. Thomas, and you take a ferry to get over there. And when they're saying they're staying at St. John's National Park, my question is, are they camping?
Yeah,
I don't
that
know.
seems weird.
Give us more information, please. You can't camp. Way back when I first started in this business, we thought that was a good idea. And it was kind of a crazy concept then. But so you can go back and forth between Charlotte Amalia and St. John. And what you basically do at St. Thomas revolves around water sports. So there is kayaking opportunities and there are catamaran opportunities.
I scuba dived
Snorkel.
there.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Had to take at the time, I don't know if it's still this way, like a 4-hour class.
Sure. So you were resort certified,
Yes.
not PADI certified.
Yes.
So you're still that certification lasted for that trip.
Yes.
Yes. Would you do it again?
Maybe. It was fun. I mean, amazing. We went down 25 feet or below. Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah. So the other thing to figure out about St. Thomas is there's all kinds of different beaches. So you want to find the beach that suits your needs the most and probably go visit that. And as far as restaurants, I don't know any, but I would probably take a look at Google and take a look. Charlotte Amalia, I happen to have a friend who worked in the business of cable TV back in the day, and there was a hurricane there many years ago, and his company came and did all the recabling in they moved there and they stayed there, so I had an opportunity to go several times.
They tell me I got to take another break already.
Oh my gosh.
This goes so fast. Rose Gray, get those questions in for us, 855-616-1620 on all Fox stuff. What was that text line again?
So if you do FWT, Fox World Travel, and if you use all uppercase, you probably won't get autocorrect to get. 855-616-1620.
Come on, hang out with us on 620 WTMJ. Quick break.
Planning a getaway? Reserve a parking space that includes superior service and value. Exec Park is the only local family-owned valet parking serving travelers using Mitchell Field for over 42 years. Exec Park has an even greater deal for a limited time just for WTMJ fans. It's just $8.50 a day with cash payment when you mention WTMJ. To get terrific valet parking at this amazing rate, make your required parking reservation today. Call 414-747-1000 or visit execpark.com and tell them you're a fan of WTMJ.
WTMJ's Eric Bilstead here. You've been dealing with it forever, right? That ankle pain or the back or knee pain. It was a nuisance at first, and you kind of just put up with it. Now it's nearly debilitating for you, and it's affecting everything you do. It's time to get rid of that. Let's get rid of that pain that's always just kind of been there. You don't even remember how long it's been now. Call QC Kinetics. Groundbreaking treatments for arthritis pain, long-term relief. It is possible. Joint pain doesn't get better with time. So before it's absolutely debilitating, see if you're a candidate for this life-changing regenerative treatment. No painkillers, no surgery, no downtime. QC Kinetics regenerative treatments are sweeping the nation. Patients right here in Southeast Wisconsin. They have a location in Mequon and another in Greenfield. Call QC Kinetics today for your free consultation. And if it's easier on your schedule, they're even open on Saturdays. 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474. Call QC Kinetics today.
A Blaine's Farm and Fleet original story.
These are going to be the best pancakes ever.
Let's see. Griddle, mixing bowls, and birdseed.
For the world's first pancake bird feeder snowman. Ta-da!
We've got the value you need to do things your way, like $3 off Blaine's pet food, $5 off for rewards members. Get a $15 Blaine's gift card when you spend $75 on Purina products. Plus, rewards members get free same-day delivery on select pet orders. Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
Take your travel tips from the travel experts. Welcome back to the Fox World Travel Show with Rose Gray on WTMJ.
And Steve Scaffidi on this Saturday. Bonus thing for me because I love talking to Rose about all travel stuff. So we got a ton of questions. We're going to get the bottom of the hour news here for your kids. That's 9:30. I love saying that because do you think the kids, they don't even know what that means?
No, but when I said to you a couple of weeks ago when you were on the show, call in after the bottom of the hour news, you laughed at me.
Because I know you listen to my show on occasion. You can only take so much politics.
That's very true.
As somebody even talks about it, I can agree with that.
Very true.
Ton of text questions, and thanks for all of these. From the 262, we will visit 6 countries in May, with only 2 of them using euro for currency. Credit cards will be used overall, but we need to pay guides and drivers in the 4 countries that each have their own currencies. Can you speak to whether or not Sweden, Poland, Denmark, and Norway guides, drivers could easily accept euros as tips?
Okay, so easily accept are the 2 key words in that question. Will they accept them? Certainly. If somebody handed me some foreign currency right now, I would take it in a heartbeat, just as a way of accepting their gratitude and being polite. Is it helpful to have the currency of that country? Absolutely. Because think about these guides or these bus drivers or anybody that you want to tip. Now you've given them some foreign currency, and what are they going to do with it? They've got to take the time to get to some bank or some exchange and make the exchange. So yes, it would be lovely if you could get some of their currency before you leave. The other thing is ATMs are now prevalent worldwide, and I really, really, really am telling you, the majority of them have an opportunity for you to select English as your language, and then you'll know what you're getting. Sometimes that isn't the case in developing countries, but yes.
Yeah, and know where you're going and what currency they have. That's a big one.
Yeah,
right?
right.
So understand the rules. Funny story.
But clearly the texter does.
Funny story. I was going through my little safe, my little fireproof safe, which has our passports in it, and I often throw my travel stuff in there. I had like Canadian money. I had euros. I was like, I didn't even realize that money was in there.
But the beautiful thing about it is the euros are still around, right?
Yeah.
So that's a good thing. But I try very hard to have some currency for every country that I'm going to. Exactly what the texter is saying for tipping purposes.
I don't know how you keep track of things. You're always on the road, and how do you keep track of everything?
Mine like a steel trap.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
And a little wine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little wine, yeah.
All right, a quick one from the 920. I'm going to Boston. That's a lovely trip in early April. What sites should I see there? And nearby cities, we'll be there 4 days. That's a good amount of time.
It is. And I don't know that you actually even need to broaden that location because there is so much to do in Boston itself. Boston Common, Old North Church, Bunker Hill. What's the name of the ship? The Constitution is there. Steve and I had a little brain bleed here, and we couldn't remember a moment of seniorness. We couldn't remember the name of the trail. We bounced off of enough of them. It's Freedom Trail, and it's 2.5 miles. It is a red brick path, and you just follow it. And you can buy.
The path.
Did you buy the headset?
No.
I bought the headset one time, and I've been to Boston a couple times. I told Steve this as we were in commercial. My favorite city, East Coast, Boston, hands down. I love Boston.
It's a lovely city.
Faneuil Hall and all of the references to that time period.
All right, from the 641, where's that area code? I don't even know that area code. But thanks for that long distance text. My daughter's taking a guided trip to Germany, Italy, and Amsterdam. Wow, that's a cool trip. Can you suggest any must-dos or must-see? Well, I mean, just Italy is on itself.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's hard to do. When you think about Italy, as Steve and I agree on this, it is such a elongated country that it's hard to pick. Like, are we talking Venice? Are we talking Rome? Are we
they're
talking
all unique.
Yeah. So way up in the northern part, way down where your family is from.
Yeah, Sicily.
So it's hard to pick for Italy. Obviously, next year is the Jubilee, and we are not warning.
I heard
people,
you talking about that last week.
Trying very hard to get people to be aware of that. One thing I will tell people who are going to Amsterdam: I would not miss the Anne Frank house. It's an emotional, moving experience, and getting tickets day of is just about impossible.
My Italy experiences have all been different. Tuscany is something you should definitely, the Florence is amazing. I loved Pompeii.
Yeah.
But I'm a guy that loves the archaeology and the history. You can't go to Rome without seeing the Colosseum, I don't think.
Right.
Those are all must-dos.
Right.
But get to some of the smaller stuff. Go to those little cafes and have, a cappuccino or something in the morning usually. Or they don't really like when you have it in the afternoon, but that's an American thing. But just have fun and experience it. Here's what I love about Fox and these group trips. You learn that there are things you can do in a group that you'll probably never be able to do if you went by yourself. It's true. It's a reality.
It's very true. And actually, if you listen on Monday, I'm going to be on with John McKeer and the Wisconsin Afternoon News team talking about AI. Fear it or embrace it.
AI and travel.
Yeah.
What's that about?
Well, listen in Monday and I'll talk all about it.
Look at you dropping those little teases for Monday's show. Tons of questions. We're not going to be able to get to all these questions, but thanks for the interest and thanks for joining Rose Gray, who's as good as it gets. I probably compliment you too much, but I love working with you.
Continue.
I love working with you because you make it fun, and that's what travel should be about.
100%.
All right, let's give that text thing one more shot because
Yes.
people are trying to text it.
Yes. So it's F as in Fox, W as in world, T as in travel, FWT to 855-616-1620. And then you're taken to a link that takes you to the deals. Because if I just start spewing out numbers, you're going to call our numbers at 866-GO-FOX-GO and say, I heard Rose say I could get this for $1.99, and then I'm in trouble.
It takes all that out of the picture.
Right.
And if you want to go on my trip, that information is available there as well. All that stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah. And we have a couple spots left, so let's do that. Every time I come on and we talk about it, we get more people to go.
Exactly. And here's the thing. Who wouldn't want to travel with Steve Scaffidi?
That's an interesting question that you asked right before the news. All right, let's get to the news from the Breaking News Center. Here is our own Sean Brinda.
Thanks, Steve. An update on a deadly two-car crash in Beaver Dam earlier this week. 32-year-old Hector Jared Toscana Perez of Tennessee took a pickup truck from South State Contractors without permission. He then drove drunk and without a valid driver's license on January 26 when he blew through a stop sign and hit another car. 30-year-old Matthias Roblero Emanuel from Tennessee was ejected from that car and died at the scene. The driver, a passenger, and 3 kids in the car were taken to area hospitals with injuries. Perez was also in the country illegally and had been previously deported from the country back in 2019. And a Pleasant Prairie police officer is recovering after a 3-car crash. The incident happened Thursday afternoon near Green Bay Road and Highway 165. The striking car was speeding and failed to stop at a traffic signal. The police squad car was totaled and another car damaged. The officer spent several hours at the hospital for their injuries. They are expected to be okay. Charges are currently pending. Take a look at your roads with your WTMJ Johnson Sons Paving Time Saver traffic. I-43-94 North is closed from the ramp from Lapham Street to the ramp from 6th and Mineral Street, so cars that are heading north on 94 should get off at Mitchell Street. Other than that, roads are looking clear across the Milwaukee area.
Find furniture for life from Ken Michaels Furniture in Brookfield, Greenfield, or downtown Milwaukee. Milwaukee Mattress, where top quality mattresses are priced hundreds less than premium national mattress brands. Found exclusively at Ken Michaels Furniture in Brookfield, Greenfield, and downtown Milwaukee.
Time for your WTMJ 5-day forecast. Saturday's going to be looking mostly cloudy. It'll be breezy with a high of 33 degrees. Tonight we'll get a light chance of snow, and it'll be cloudy and breezy with a low of 30 degrees. Sunday we'll get some morning snow. It'll be mostly cloudy and a mild afternoon with a high of 46 degrees. Monday's going to be mostly cloudy with some scattered light rain showers and some snow mixed in between, and a high of 37 degrees. Tuesday's going to be mostly cloudy with a high of 28 degrees. And Wednesday, we'll see a chance of some wintry mix coming in, a high of 34 degrees. Right now in Madison, it's 21. In Green Bay, it's 17. In Waukesha, it's 24. In Milwaukee, it's 22 degrees. I'm Sean Brenda. Outdoor Living Unlimited. WTMJ News Time is 9:32.
So close you can smell the rubber on their shoes. Okay, maybe not that close, but as close as you can get. Bucks Insiders on Wisconsin's Midday News with Greg Matzik and Jessica Ty.
Here's a pass inside to Giannis. Giannis guides it through as he took the feed from Lillard, his second assist to Giannis.
It's Bucks Insiders every Thursday at 12:35. Sponsored by Best Electric and Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Now these tend to fly off the shelves. But don't worry, because our connection supplies us with a lot of them. Vintage ceiling tiles from once great old buildings in New York City that make for ultra-unique artwork. These items are definitely hard to find from anywhere else around here. So come take a look, and you'll probably find a treasure. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor at a value. In Heartland and Pewaukee.
Design Exchange.
In Heartland, you're going to find a focus on distinctive furniture, unique antiques, and original artwork, along with tasteful home decor that can fit almost any budget. In Pewaukee, the focus is on kitchen, outdoor, and garden decor, and all of it is priced at 25 to 40% off retail. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor on consignment at a value.
Design Exchange.
I'm WTMJ's Sandy Max. What makes senior living at Three Pillars so special? Let's hear from Three Pillars resident Lola.
I had seen a lot of retirement places. In a minute, I drove into the driveway coming into Three Pillars. I was sold. The grounds are just beautiful. The management are just incredibly kind people. That mood permeates the atmosphere to me, whether it's the staff, the people that's serving in the restaurant, and the residents themselves. It's just a lot of caring, kind people.
Schedule a tour today at threepillars.org.
Plan a perfect vacation, no matter your budget. This is the Fox World Travel Show with Rose Gray on WTMJ.
I love talking about travel, and the Fox World Travel is all about that. With the one, the only Rose Gray. We forgot to mention, this is a big deal for Fox.
It is a big deal. So starting Monday, so don't do it today, you have an opportunity when you dial 866-GO-FOX-GO to have a menu selection now. And it'll be, do you want to talk to a vacation travel advisor? And then press 2 if you'd like to talk to an expert in cruising. What we've done is, everybody at Fox World Travel could sell you a cruise, but we've talked about this many times. At Fox World Travel, it is not about commission. It is not about an individual making a sale. It is about our customers having the best possible experience. And to do that, we want to make sure that you are connected with the right person. And I've said this often on the air. Sometimes somebody will get a call and they'll say, oh, you want to go to fill in the blank? I know some about that, but we have someone on staff that is the perfect person for you to talk to. Let me see if she or he is available, and they'll pass them over. And that's what we're going to do now with the cruise desk.
So that starts Monday.
So 866-GO-FOX-GO, you can press the number 2 to talk to a river cruise, big ship, small ship, ocean cruise, sailing person.
All right, from the 414 on our text line, the Siding Unlimited WTMJ Talking text line, speaking of cruises, we are going on is it Caribbean or Caribbean?
I say Caribbean.
I say Caribbean.
Okay.
Tomato.
Let's work this whole thing out. Oh, there you go.
At the end of the month, what is the name of the excursion company you recommend if we don't want to use the cruise line excursion offering? This is a common question. There are 8 of us looking for private van type of tour. That's from Jane. Thanks for the question,
Okay,
Jane.
so there's a couple of them. There's one called Shore Excursions, and believe it or not, Fox World Travel will even help you book your shore excursions if you didn't book with them. So the other thing to look at is something called Viator. And Viator looks like it's just a land company, but if you look further into their website, you will see that they are in many of the ports of call as well.
All right, this is a cool one. Good morning. Good morning to you. We're flying to Buenos Aires. Ooh, that sounds fun. And taking a cruise around the Horn. Wow, that's big time.
That's big time.
Ending in, is it Santiago?
Yes, Santiago, Chile.
Chile in March. What would you recommend for currency? We only belong to credit unions, not banks. I think that's what they're saying. None of our credit unions offer this.
Okay, so there is an opportunity for you. You can walk into any bank, even if you're not a customer for the most part, and I'm talking the bigs, and you can say to them, I need to get some currency. There are also some online opportunities for you if you have the time, and they will Federal Express, believe it or not, currency to you. So that's another way to do it because it is helpful to have the currency. However, I had people traveling with me when I went to Antarctica because that's where we started our journey. We flew into Buenos Aires before we went to Ushuaia, and we had several people that did not have the currency, and we were able to get it in the airport.
From the 262 on the text line, does Fox World Travel offer, I think they're saying land-only small, so no ships, small group tours in Europe?
No, what they're saying is they don't want the air included.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
So we include airfare on all of our Fox World Travel trips, but we also give you the opportunity to choose land only because we know there are all kinds of people. Steve, you know some people. They live in Arizona. They live in California, and they want to join our trip, but they don't necessarily want to fly to Chicago to get on the flight that we're getting on. We also understand that some people want business class. They also want to go a day or two early. They want to upgrade. They want to use their frequent flyer miles, and all of those things can be accommodated.
We had some of those on our Tuscany trip. We had people join us from other states,
Exactly.
actually. From the 920, before we get to our next break, going to Fiji in October to island, I think it's Savasavu.
Yeah, so it's actually on the island of Vanuatu. And so that's the main town on that island. I've actually been there. Of course I have. And
why does that not surprise
me? Exactly. And so it's the second largest of the islands. So Papeete, right,
You just recalling these off the top of your head?
Oh, Papeete is the big island in Tahiti, and this would be the second biggest island in biggest place that you can stop in Fiji. So it's well known. You fly into Nadi. Now Nadi doesn't look like Nandi; it looks like Nadi International Airport, and then you take a little smaller aircraft to get over to Vanuatu. And there are hot springs there. There are reefs. There are dive sites. There are fabulous cafes, boat rides, scuba diving, snorkeling, waterfalls, you name it, they've got it. Public transportation is pretty good there. And you can also rent a car or take a cab.
Keep those questions coming. The Siding Unlimited WTMJ Talking text line 855-616-1620. The Fox World Travel Show. Rose Gray, the one, the only. Steve Scaffidi. I'm just a guy who's hosting the show. We'll continue the conversation on travel. Keep those questions coming. Lots of good ones right here on 620 WTMJ.
You're off to see the wonderful world, and then it's back to your own castle. Make sure yours is beautiful and up to date. Siding Unlimited, Wisconsin's best contractor for everything on the outside of your castle, welcomes you home to the best it can be. You should not have to worry about your home's integrity while you are away. Let Siding Unlimited ensure it with all the best exterior products. Hometown Siding Unlimited is recognized as one of the best contractors in America by the manufacturers of the nation's best products in siding, roofing, decks, and especially windows. They have the awards. Take the initiative, and Siding Unlimited will make you proud to come home every time, whether it's from an exotic tour or from the grocery store. Set up an appointment with Siding Unlimited for your castle renewal now, and we'll see you when you get back. Bon voyage from Siding Unlimited, and then welcome home. SidingUnlimited.com.
You're right, and I'll agree. It does sound too good to be true. But offering you affordable treatment that alleviates pain, which really does work, that we've seen in most cases insurance paid for in full, is a definite reality. It's pain relief, really. And these are FDA-approved treatments. They're safe and proven to reduce inflammation and alleviate pain. Yeah, you'll have to get a couple of shots, and I know that can scare people. But the needle is extremely small. And after giving shots like this hundreds of thousands of times, you'll see we make it very easy. You're going to feel the relief that our powerful pain relief agents give you. They're pain relief drugs that solve pain problems. And the way I feel is that Rejuvenex should be the first stop for anyone living with pain in shoulders, hips, elbows, and knees. At $65 per joint, per injection, it's probably the most affordable pain relief option available that actually works. Rejuvenex Google reviews will tell you more.
Get started with your no-hassle refi checkup by clicking on the blue button at Accunet.com.
Is outdoor living limited at your place? Well, imagine a deck, a patio, pergola, fire pit, maybe even an outdoor kitchen in your yard. Outdoor Living Unlimited is a local, family-owned company that consults, designs, and builds these things. And they're the best. Let them make outdoor living unlimited in your yard like they did in ours. We are Wisconsin. We live outdoors as much as possible. Make the most of it with help from Outdoor Living Unlimited. See OutdoorLivingUnlimited.com.
Fall in love with your vision with a new style from Shopko Optical. Use your vision benefits and schedule an annual comprehensive eye exam. You can check out new frame styles and order your annual supply of contact lenses all in one place. Shopko Optical is committed to quality eye care and will create personalized vision solutions tailored to your specific vision and lifestyle needs. Treat yourself to a new style. Call Shopko Optical or visit shopko.com to schedule an appointment at a location nearest you.
Gotta get away? No one does it better. Back to more of the Fox World Travel Show with Rose Gray on WTMJ.
I am having a blast. Not just the show stuff, but Rose and I get to chat during the commercial breaks. She is Rose Gray, Fox World Travel. Unbelievable company to partner with, and they are great partners of us at 620 TMJ. And they're also partners with my listener trips, which is my exclusive because I love Fox World Travel and been on a couple now. Text her, 262. Just started listening. Thanks for joining us. Can you mention again the trip with Scaffidi?
Yep. So it's October 3rd to October 16th. And how this all started was Steve and I tried to collaborate on the next trip that he's going to do. I would never say to a host, this is where you're going. Hope you like it. No. So we collaborate. And I felt like Sicily is an under-visited or second thought type trip. And I said, let's do it. Then as we started going through the journey, I said to Steve, there's an add-on to Malta. Let's make that optional. Wait, let's just add it in. So with that said, Steve, what are we doing?
We're going to explore the entire island of Sicily in great depth and detail. We're gonna eat the food. We're gonna see what it looks like. We're gonna touch the old cool stuff, the archaeology, which when I get to the Malta part, you'll really appreciate because that is one of the ancient places on this earth. But the people, I've been to Sicily. The people are amazing. Now, obviously, I'm biased. I'm Sicilian by name, right? Scaffidi, and it's like Scaffidi's like Smith in Sicily. Did you know that?
I can't wait.
It's going to be unbelievable, and we're going to see everything. It's all part of our experience. We're going to move around a bit. That's the fun part of traveling. As much as I love having the ones where you camp out or you spoke, that's your
Spoken
term.
hub.
Those are cool too. But this one, we're going to move around. It's going to be a dynamic trip. But the difference for me is, and Rose knows this because I've done a couple now, we do this together. I don't like lock myself in my room and I say hi in the morning, I say hi at night. I'm with you all day. I go on the excursions. I eat with you guys. I do all this stuff. We're celebrating a ton on this trip, on this list that I have in my hand here. A bunch of special anniversaries. Kathy and I, 40 years. There's a 25 in here. Someone has a 50 in here. We're gonna do that together as a group. We are gonna have an absolute blast. There's only a few spots. Fill those spots. And then we're going to talk about another exciting trip that we're not ready to announce yet. But that's going to be even more fun.
That is. And I'm telling you right now, this is unique. This is unique because of the combination. We didn't make the multi-portion of it optional. We're including that for everybody. We're flying to Malta. Yes. How exciting is that?
It's one of the most ancient places on Earth with some of the coolest archaeology and things you see. And oh, by the way, the people are also amazing. Other cool little factoid, it's a separate country.
It's a separate country.
You can put that on your country list if you keep a list.
If you do. So we're really moving around. Steve's not kidding you. We're doing Palermo, Ragusa, Syracuse. We're moving on this itinerary. And again, this is why we talk about working with a professional travel advisor, because if you said, I have some mobility issues, they may say, let's take a look at these cities and how that's going to work for you. We don't want to send you someplace you're not happy.
All right, I'm going to have you give the number and the line in a second, but I will schlep your bags because I did that for the Tuscany trip. You remember me schlepping the bags?
I absolutely do.
I will do that for you because I'm all in on this trip. All right, so if folks want to sign up for our trip, then we'll get to some other questions. What do they have to do?
So 866-GO-FOX-GO right now, 9 to noon. I hesitate to continue to pound that in your head because Saturday hours are seasonal, but we're in the season, so take advantage of it. I also love the concept of going to foxworldtravel.com. Hitting the menu, finding vacation travel, getting down to group travel, and then hit Fox Group Vacations. Steve's trip is among those, so it's not that difficult to find because we've laid it out pretty well. We get compliments all the time about this fantastic website that our marketing team continues to tweak.
You make it so easy.
We do. So you look for the travel to Europe, and yes, there's Ireland and Paris to Rome, and we've got a beautiful Danube Dreams River cruise that you should be taking a look at in June. We've got Brews and Views, that's Oktoberfest. And amongst all of that, you will find Sicily and Malta Mosaic with WTMJ's Steve Scaffidi.
Yeah, you'll have a blast. All right, let's talk about some other stuff. One of the things that we were talking about earlier was the World War II, the military trip. Texter asked about that. So what does it include?
So here's the thing. We started out by doing a World War II trip a couple of years ago. It was pre-pandemic, and I work with a World War II expert. Many of you know the name Bromage because of Gigi Bromage. This is John Bromage, her husband. Who
sounds like pudding.
It does.
Yeah,
it is. He is like pudding, but he is a World War II. He's a World War I and World War II nerd. There's no other way to say it. And he spews so much information on occasion, I have to give him the old hook sign because he's talking too much. So then we did the first one, and it's France, Belgium, and Luxembourg. We did it twice. It sold out in 8 days the first time we offered it. It sold out a little less quickly the second time we offered it. The guests from the first one said, we've got to do another one. So we came up with World War II 2.0, which was Germany. And that's where we went last year. And we did all of the things. We went to the battlefields, all this kind of thing. Now we're hearing people say, wait a minute, I never knew there was a World War II first time around. So look for us to bring that back in 26.
Have to ask you about Real ID. Because it's something that people have to pay attention to because it's that moment is coming, right? It's like in May.
Right. So this is my best suggestion for you. Rather than me, once again, spewing facts and things like that. It's happening May 7th. This has been supposed to have happened, Steve, since 2005.
Yes.
So 20 years later, we still can't get this accomplished. But this is what I suggest you do. When you go to Fox World Travel's website, at the very top banner, you will see the little magnifying glass. The little magnifying glass is your search. If you put real, REALID, in that search, you will be taken to all the information you need to hear about Real ID. What this means is if you do not have a Real ID on May 8th and you are going to board a domestic flight, you will be denied boarding.
Real quick tip, because I know you've talked about this because I listened to your show. Passports, you may not have traveled in a while. What's one thing you should be looking at when you're thinking about traveling? Look at that passport.
Look at that expiration date because there are many, many countries who are now requiring 6 months of validity, some 3 months, and some have no validity at all. I get that. But why would you wait till the last minute? Because we want to get the most money out of that 10 years. And so we're trying to be conscientious. And now you can renew online.
I saw that.
Yes.
Here, she's got the information. She's Rose Gray. Real quick, somebody asked about when our trip is. It's in October. The dates were
October 3rd to the 16th.
Yes. Come along. You'll have a blast. All right. One more segment. I think you're going to highlight some of the cool things you're going to be celebrating in the new year. We'll get to some of that stuff. Rose Gray, Steve Scaffidi, Fox World Travel Show right here on 620 WTMJ.
Steve Scaffidi is your guide through the world of politics.
Milwaukee County District Attorney Kent Lovern joins us in studio.
Well, certainly at a community level, there's still a great concern about violent crime as it pertains to gun violence, certainly, and also what I view as violent crime, which includes the reckless driving. We have to have a strong response to those types of crime.
On the Political Power Hour.
Flesh out strong response for me.
When I say strong response, it means jail or prison, depending on the facts and circumstances of the case.
Weekday mornings from 9 to 10 on WTMJ.
Monica, we've got to hand it to you.
You and the design team have outdone yourselves.
Are you talking about the One collection?
Those rings say you are the one.
And they say it symbolically.
Describe the symbols.
Every ring in the One collection should be presented with a special ritual.
What would that ritual be?
You pick up her left hand and you place a kiss on her ring finger.
Rick, you never told me about that part.
Then you show her the tiny red diamond, flush mounted inside the ring, that will forever be in contact with her finger.
Why is it red?
Because that's when the giver says to the one, wherever you go, my heart goes with you.
I give you this kiss. I give you my heart.
The red diamond is a secret symbol of that sacred moment.
The center diamond on the outside of the ring is for the whole world to see.
But the tiny red created diamond inside the ring is only for the two of them.
The One collection of engagement rings is available exclusively at Kessler's.
To find the Kessler's nearest you,
visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Staying active, essential for overall health. Proper medical support, essential for staying active. WTMJ's Vince Vitrano for Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. Whether it's keeping a weekend warrior like me on the tennis court or keeping young athletes in the game, you want the best in sports medicine, that's OAW. Surgeons, nurses, and physical therapists help you recover from injury, avoid injury in the future, and enhance performance. Get care 7 days a week. Walk right in at an Ortho ASAP clinic or book an appointment online at orthowisconsin.com.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station.
Before you pack your suitcase, hear from the experts. Here's more of the Fox World Travel Show with Rose Gray on WTMJ.
Oh, I wish there was another hour because it goes so fast.
I know. Maybe we could work on that.
Yeah, we should work on that. Rose Gray's here. Steve Scaffidi, host of the Political Power Hour on 620 WTMJ. Let's talk about something you're celebrating the new year, new adventure, and this is a really cool Fox World travel trip.
Well, and I know you've done this. You've been on the Danube, so you can chime in as well. Because in my opinion, when people want to start river cruising, and river cruising has been very popular for a number of years. So you may said, I've already done that, Rose. I don't need to do that. But how I answer when people say, how should I start river cruising in Europe? I always say one of two things, the Rhine or the Danube. Those are two amazing itineraries. And were I forced to choose, I may lean slightly to the Danube. I love the little bergs. I love milk.
It's amazing.
It is. I love Linz. I love the fact that on this itinerary we start in Prague. When you go to this, so you go to Travel Europe, you will find the Danube Dreams River Cruise with Prague. You will see a snippet of me and my colleague Colleen. It looks to me like I did the majority of the talking. Shock. Talking about this itinerary because it includes Prague, Regensburg, Passau. I love Passau. Vienna. Who does not love Vienna?
It's one of the most beautiful cities on the planet. I was there last summer.
Ringerstrasse that goes around. And I always tell people, if you don't go to the symphony that the River Cruise Company will offer you, it's not a gigantic 200-person symphony. It's 8 people.
Here's my, again, I haven't traveled like you've traveled, but my limited experience, I've been to Europe like 8 times. The cities are beautiful. Even though they're ancient, in considering the old age of our country, which is, 200 and something, they look gorgeous. You can walk around to these places, And on the river cruise thing, I've had people say, I don't know. I've done them. They're amazing.
They are amazing.
They take care. They pamper you.
And we love that unpacking one time thing. That is very, very, very cool. It also gives you the wherewithal to say, I'm not doing what anybody else is doing today. My wife and I are walking off this cruise ship and we're going to go explore the city by ourselves.
There's often things you can do that are a short walk and you could literally immerse yourself in the local culture. You don't have to do the big excursion unless you want to. You can have a nice cafe you can stop at. You can have a cappuccino. You can have a nice light meal. What was the ring city that we were on? Was it our Tuscany trip or
Lucca?
Lucca. You're in this beautiful outdoor area with all these little cafes. You can have pizza that's absolutely blow your socks off good. It was absolutely fascinating. The cool thing about all these things is you're going to experience something that we don't really experience in this country.
Exactly. And here's the thing, too. What I love about this particular itinerary, but most river cruises, is on the days that you are right there, you are docked in the city, your tour guide, and I'm telling you, they don't do more than 20 people in a little group. So they've got 4, 5, 6 different tour guides that are local experts. They're historians, they're educators, there's architects, there's artists, whatever they might be. And they bring you along and they point out certain things. And then they sometimes will drop you in the middle of the city center and say, I'm walking back to the ship for those of you who are looking forward to the lunch you're going to have on the ship. But for those of you who want to stop and have a beer and a pretzel right there, that's where your ship is. Right there. You can do it on your own.
Whether it's a group, you can still do your own thing, and that's the cool part of this. A couple quick questions from the text line. I'm taking a RCCL cross-Atlantic cruise in April. Miami, Bermuda, Azores, Portugal, Spain, Southampton, England. Are there new visa or other rules?
Now, what month did they say, sorry?
April.
Okay. They should be okay mid-year. What this texter is referring to is mid-year, just like the UK has just instituted that new ETIAS, an electronic authority to travel type situation. The Schengen countries, and that's a political thing that we could talk about sometime, have now decided that they want to control their borders in a better way. And so you are going to have to apply for literally what it is, permission to enter those countries. And then they will know exactly where you're going to be. And it lasts for a long time, but it only lasts for the life of your passport.
One more question here on the text line 414. We are planning a 12 to 14-day trip to Australia next January. We want to go to the Australian Open. That's cool. Tennis tournament in Melbourne. Can Fox World Travel help plan a trip that would include that? What else is a must-see for a trip down under?
Yeah, so I would never do a trip of that magnitude on my own. We have Aussie experts and we have Aussie New Zealand experts. One thing I can tell you is if you look at our Australia-New Zealand trip, which is leaving in a couple of days, I think, you can kind of get an idea of what it is you should be doing. Do you want to go to Kangaroo Island? Do you want to include Tasmania? You certainly want to do Melbourne. You want to do Cairns. You want to do the Great Barrier Reef and all those kinds of things. And yes, we do have people who can help you with those Australian Open tickets. Just be aware whenever you buy those kinds of things, they are 100% non-refundable.
Yeah, if you buy them, you're going to go or lose the money. Real quick, just a text or comment. Renewed my passport online 3 weeks.
Yeah. So it doesn't take a long time. You just have to have the wherewithal to take your own photograph and then upload that. But I just did my UK ETA for my Gene Miller Scotland trip, not because I needed to do it right now, but because I wanted to be able to tell our guests how easy it is to do it, and easy peasy.
That should be a fun trip.
I can't. Are we allowed to speak of it?
We can if you want
to.
Well,
go ahead.
Yeah, I will be on that trip actually with Gene and his lovely wife, my wife, Catherine.
Can you imagine Gene Miller and Steve Scaffidi on the same trip? Now, you should tell everybody you reached out to Gene and okayed this.
I did. I asked permission.
Yes.
We got to go.
Okay.
Too quick. Rose Gray.
866-GO-FOX-GO. We are open till noon.
All right. News is next.
The preceding program, the Fox World Travel Show, is paid for in full by Fox World Travel. The advice and opinions expressed during the Fox World Travel Show are solely that of the hosts and guests of Fox World Travel and not WTMJ or Good Karma brands.
Looking to escape the winter chill? Fox World Travel has you covered. Whether it's an all-inclusive vacation with Apple Vacations, a luxurious Princess Cruise, or a European adventure with Globus and Avalon, we create unforgettable experiences just for you. Enjoy last-minute deals, exclusive offers, and personalized itineraries. From booking to boarding, we handle all the details for a stress-free trip. Ready to get out of the cold? Call 866-GO-FOX-GO and mention code RADIO to start planning your getaway today.
Hey, John Mercure here for Azura Memory Care and Assisted Living. Their mission is to transform the culture of care. They specialize in caring for those with early to late stage Alzheimer's or other related dementia symptoms, memory care issues. It's Azura Memory Care and Assisted Living. I've been in their places. I love how they deal with people. It's about compassion and empathy at Azura. Kindness is at their core. 14 locations from the Mississippi to Lake Michigan, 4 here in the Milwaukee area. Wisconsin-based and family-owned. It's about kindness and care. It's Azura Memory Care and Assisted Living.
Your trusted and relevant source for news, sports, traffic, and weather. We are Wisconsin's radio station. News Radio 620, WTMJ, Milwaukee.